All right, Padres get smoked by the Red Sox in the series opener. 10-2 was the final. Don't have a lot to say about this game. It sucked. Kind of throw it out. Nick Pivetta, whatever. The guy's been really, really good this season for the Padres. So I'm not about to sit here and overreact to one outing. And by the way, it wasn't the entire outing because he started off well, and then, that fourth inning got to him there. He still completed 6 innings. So, yeah. We can get on the offense. Walker Buehler really got the Padres there with his knuckle curve. Um, a lot of experience against that Padres offense, obviously. But yeah, you can be frustrated about it. But for me, this is kind of like a whatever, and you move on. The Padres, they've been winning a really good amount of baseball games here. That didn't come out great, but they've been winning at a pretty high rate in baseball games here. So Nick Pivetta, even with tonight, 5 earned runs, 3 walks, a homer allowed, which, yep, hanging breaking ball, almost middle, not great. But he still has a sub-3 ERA at 2.94, and at least the big five in the bullpen, now they got 2 consecutive days off at least, and then some of them more. So yeah, whatever. That's really what I got. There's going to be talk about Tatis and his struggles, obviously, because it hasn't been too pretty. Mike Schilt obviously is going to be backing his guy. I think Jim Russell posted some of the splits for Tatis like the last month or so. Last 7 games hitting 103. Last 15 games hitting 213. Last 30 games hitting 257. So, when you widen out this stretch, right, and you put it to like the last month, it's not as bad. But like really lately, yeah, it hasn't been great. And he had that quote to Kevin Acee about facing his demons right now at the plate and all that. So I think obviously there's going to be like the concern there with him, and do you move him in the order? How do you want to maybe try to change things up? Mike Schilt isn't someone that does that though. Like it has to take a lot for him to change this order. So no, I don't see this changing. If it does, I feel like they'd put Ramon Laureano up there. Maybe not lead off, but like they'd put him up there because you do want to have those, the left, right. Um, so I could see that. And Laureano's got an 885 OPS this entire season. And I'd be fine with that. I'd be fine with changing some things up. But Schilt just isn't really that guy to do that. So I don't anticipate that happening. I don't anticipate Fernando to be struggling the rest of the season. So really like this game where you throw it out with Fernando. Some will disagree. I know that, but I'm not sitting here hitting the panic button because I look at it overall. I know Tatis is talented, and the Padres, they're 12 games over 500. That's the reality. So, yeah. Like, it would be one thing if the Padres were, like, really struggling and Nando was struggling, but that's not really the case. Dodgers did win tonight, so they're going to be, 3 games up on the Padres in the division? You'd like it to at least be at 3 when they match up at Dodger Stadium. And then hopefully it's like 1 or 2 when they match up back at Petco Park starting on the 22nd. So at least we have Michael King to look forward to tomorrow. I know today sucked, but got Michael King tomorrow. And we've been waiting a long time. It's been a long time since he slept bad in that Atlanta hotel. And we were thinking maybe he'd only miss a little bit of time, and then he missed a lot of time. And then we were like, we don't really know what this injury is, don't really know how they're going to recover from this. And it was really just about Michael King letting the nerve settle down, and then he was able to build back up. So it doesn't seem like this is something that where if he throws tomorrow, like he's going to get hurt because like it is settled down. It's not like it's in an elbow or something like that. So that's good news. Yeah, and like I'm not worried about his the amount of runs they gave up in El Paso, it's in El Paso. You've got guys like Campy who hit, they're gods out there in El Paso, and then what do they do at the big league level? See that all the time. So, not worried about that at all. It's great though getting King back, obviously, because now we can start to see like what is this team actually. We're starting to see it obviously offensively and with these new additions, but collectively as a group, Michael King is a huge piece in that. That's your game one starter. So, what does this team look like? What do those games look like if Michael King, can give you 6 innings? He could give you more, but let's say he gives you 6 really strong innings. What does that look like there? And can we see consistently that, and then the offense score some runs? Like that would probably lead to a pretty smooth win, a lot of smooth wins. So, yeah, I'm excited about that. But big Saturday on top for San Diego sports, on tap. Hopefully they finish up on top tomorrow with all these results. Padres Red Sox tomorrow. That's going to be a 5:40 game. And then you got SDFC and Sporting KC. They're going to be playing in Kansas City. That is going to be at 5:45 on MLS Season Pass or FS1. And then 7 p.m. San Diego Wave hosting Angel City in the big West Coast rivalry in the NWSL. So another great day to beat LA tomorrow night. Should be a fun day for San Diego sports. Hopefully it starts with a Padres win. SDFC can get a win, and then Wave can pick up 3 points as well.